Installation process for LP SmartSide, some of that comes down to what kind of board are we putting on. Whenever we're talking board, part of what I mean is lap. In addition to just lap, is it a rigid stack? Does it have the built-in stacking system on the back of it? Is it board and batten? Is it shake? All those things matter. But once we have the old siding off the home, we've identified what the homeowner wants, all that planning phases happen, have the right product out there. If we're going with lap, right, which is the most commonly installed siding, you're taking off the old, we're applying house wrap, window tape, all of that. We're getting our layout done all the way on the home so that our siding looks straight, just like you would with any solid surface or vinyl product for that matter. We want that siding going on in a straight manner, not a level manner. And then you are applying that siding much like you would any other solid surface, right? I need my nails to be going into studs, depending on manufacturer, or depending on finish, whether this is diamond coat or it's expert finish. Depends on, is it a shiplap board? Does it have an H mold? Those things matter a little bit. Again, talking to a high quality siding contractor to be able to talk you through the benefits of both, you'll be able to know exactly what's going into it. The biggest thing with LP is, what is the gap at the end of the board? If you do not have the correct gapping between your boards where they butt together, then as that product expands, as moisture gets into it, it is going to grow, and now those boards are conflicting with each other for space, or fighting for space. And as they're fighting for space, you are going to see that siding get a buckled or bow look to it, right? And that's happening because it was not installed correctly. So understanding that installation side of it, understanding what the manufacturer recommends, understanding that whenever you're cutting it, you have to paint it. You have to take your exposed ends. You have to make sure those are painted or factory in so that it's not absorbing more moisture than what it should be. All of those things are very important to installing LP. One of the questions I get a lot is, what's easier to install, LP or James Hardie? LP is naturally going to be easier to install from that upfront installation standpoint, from the weight of the material, the length of material. Talking LP is a 16-foot board, James Hardie is 12-foot board. So we have a longer board. I'm covering more material with every single board I'm putting on. Corners are generally going to be a pre-molded corner versus multiple pieces getting put together on site and fabricated onto the home. So there's some ease of installation there. LP is really built for that installer more than Hardie is. I believe Hardie is very much built for the homeowner. Not that LP isn't, but LP has done a fantastic job of saying, how do we make a board that everybody wants to pick up and work with? And their board is very, very easy to work with. It's very common for people to be able to pick up an LP board and understand the installation of it very quickly because it works just like wood, because it is a wood product. So with that, it's a lot easier. Where the problem comes in is the gappings. Where do you paint, flashings, all of that? How to apply the flashing? How do we handle joints in the middle of the field? How do we lay out our flight? All of that is very critical when installing LP. But it's a great product to put on you can cut one side, flip it over, and now I have two factory ends butted together. There's a lot of ease of installation with it that you may not have with other products, but both of them, both LP and James Hardie, are easy to install whenever you understand the product. You understand how to put it on, you understand how to set up your work site, your work tables, you have the right guys in the right spot with the right tools. They're both efficient and easy to put on with the knowledge that's needed to put them on.